you can get whatever you want just by these three skills. Literally whatever. When it comes to cracking any kind of interview, even UPSC, or getting your dream job, or getting promoted, or increasing your salary, or getting more high authority. You can get even that. People will respect you even whatever job you are having, whatever salary you are having, your salary will be raised, increased. You can have more of whatever you have because this skill is this much powerful. And even still if you didn't get how powerful, how it can be, let me just tell you again. If in a room there are two people, exact same knowledge, exact same talent, exact same education, exact same job, but one knows that skill which I will gonna tell you in this video, then people will pay him more, people will buy more products from him, people will trust him more, people will connect with him more, people would like to buy more from him, people would like to have a great relationship with him. People will even respect him more, give him more authority. Just because of the single skill. Do you know how much powerful this skill is? How much powerful? If you're a doctor, if you're a policeman, if you're a public speaker, or if you're a salesperson, or if you're a businessman, then this video is for you. For everyone, literally. In whichever industry you are, this is for everyone because this video is so much powerful. Yes. So, if you're having that curiosity to have more authority, more respect, more salary, more of whatever you have, or curiosity to have that dream job, crack the interview, then you can watch this video. Otherwise, you're having full freedom to skip it. So what are you waiting for? There we begin with it. If I tell you that this video is video number 3 of Get It, whatever you want, just by these 3 skills. So I have already uploaded the skill number 1, skill number 2. If you haven't watched that video yet, so you can watch. The link of that video is in the description. So in this video, I will tell you the skill number 3. You don't have to worry because all 3 skills are equally valuable. So after watching this video, you can watch those. So, let's begin. Guys, you must have heard this thing or observed this thing if you're in whichever industry, or if you are living in a family, or if you lived there, or if you're in a society, or if you're a doctor, salesperson, you must have noticed when you sit in a group, or if you have any kind of group, or in a boardroom meeting you must have noticed that there is one person who speaks less, but whatever he says, solid, literally solid. And you always be like, when he's absent, you always miss why he is absent or why she is absent. Whatever she or he said is just solid. It's very impactful. Doesn't matter he says less, and you are having more curiosity that, okay, boss has said that everybody have to say their opinion. You are like waiting for that person's opinion, and that person always says the last, or be the last second last. You must have noticed that thing. He says less, but whatever he says is powerful. And everybody is waiting for when he will say, and everybody is like, let's talk with him, or let's talk with her, because that person is this much powerful. He didn't said anything much, a big thing, or he must have said any big thing, but not much, or like any kind of long talk he had not done. He said 1 or 2, 3 lines, but still it is powerful. You must have noticed. Or you must have noticed that You are going to stage or anywhere like with the expectation you will say this thing, present this thing, say this thing, this idea. But when you go there, you forget, or you feel like, what if people say this idea is wrong, this idea is wrong, this idea is wrong, and you're like having that fear to not say that, and you observe that after 2-3 minutes someone else say that, and you're like, it's my idea, that person steal it, and you observe that even that person is getting appreciation from the boss or someone else or the other, and everybody's having such a great authority for it. Have you experienced this kind of thing ever? Or you must have experienced that you just went somewhere with lots of experience. You will tell this, that. But when you go there, you become fearful. You didn't express it. Or whenever you try to express it, you didn't able to express in a way that you imagine. Or you expressed so greatly according to you, but people didn't get that what you said. People like, yeah, what is it? What? How this idea will work? And you are having full confidence on it. But nobody catch it. Nobody understood it. And even still you are having proof of it. That this is how it will work. Big company applied it. But nobody understood it. But at the same thing, someone else said, everybody is getting to understand and everybody is saying, oh wow, amazing idea. Then you must have noticed that then there is a problem. That whenever you are saying, you want to say something powerful in a powerful way, but you are not able to say in a powerful way. Whenever you are saying, you always forget. You are fearful in it. You are not having confidence. And you always say much or don't say, or whatever you say is not solid. And whenever you express it, you are not able to express in a nice way. You are not able to make people understand whatever you are saying. Is this whole thing ever happened with you? Or you want to improve those? And you want to be that kind of person who expresses in such an amazing way. Doesn't matter you say less, but whatever he says is remarkable. Because of those 2 lines, he gets such an amazing authority. And because of those 2-3 lines, he is getting promoted, higher salary. There is something in it. Have you ever noticed? If not, in this video I will tell you. This is the skill called communication, negotiation, and public speaking. They are the 3 skills. In the previous video, I have told you in detail about these 2 skills called communication and public speaking. What are the benefits of it? I have told you, and in this video I will tell you about negotiation. I have told you that how, with the same knowledge, same expect, same talent, how still you can stand out and have more. Because by public speaking and communication, you know how to stand out, how to speak in such a different way. And even you are in a kind of difficulty, how to handle it and how to make people believe that you are truth. You are confident on whatever you have or whatever you do. You get that thing, it's not a small thing. Because at the tricky point, everybody be like, oh, what happened? I'm sorry, but you're like confident on it. Big thing. And you get that thing. And at that point, you get higher position. So let's begin with a negotiation. What's negotiation? When it comes to negotiation, people have this misconception. Either there's that negotiation means just talking, okay, talking, oh fun, okay. No. Or they will have, either they will have this misconception or they will have like, Oh, negotiation means winning any kind of talk, winning, proving yourself right, this, that. No, negotiation means win-win category, where everybody discusses any kind of idea, says their opinion, says their ideas, and the whole thing. And at the end, what happened? They find any kind of idea which is mutual for everybody, good for everybody. Everybody is satisfied with it, or okay with it. That okay, this idea is good. Win-win. Everybody is satisfied with it. Everybody got the solution and the problem which they were searching for it with that negotiation. That is what is negotiation. And even you must have noticed that thing that in a group or in a boardroom or somewhere or the other, that there is one person you always miss his presence. Whenever he's absent, you be like, why that person is not there? There is something incomplete. Because of the reason he says in a way. Everybody got to understand. As I also told you before. So that kind of person I will tell you how to become. So, number one thing is, whenever you're negotiating with anybody, getting everybody's idea, and if somehow you feel so, that idea is wrong, you don't have to say, hey, you are wrong, you. No, you don't have to say it like this, especially in a shouted manner, being saying, well, you're wrong, you are wrong, get the point? You don't have to say like this. Yeah, you don't have to say like this because everybody will be like, what kind of person he is? He's hurting anybody, and even that person will also feel offensive. So you have to say that, oh, agree. But I think so. This is the better idea because the reason many companies have applied this, everybody is having benefit, and even it's different now. Because if we will apply it, we will have the proof. You can tell the reason why, the proof, the example. Then everybody will be like, interesting. And nobody will also feel offensive and have a good image about you, especially that person. Because then he will get it, okay, my idea is wrong, his idea is bad, but still the way he's saying this thing. Everybody start having this image when you say something like, I have observed this a lot. Guys, this thing ever happened with you that you called anybody for a solution of a problem and that person had any kind of 2-3 lines about it, not much and even not like solution whole, and you're like, okay, in this thing my opinion is this, and you said just a paragraph and that person said a 2-3 line and you automatically find it a solution? Here, has this ever happened with you that but by just talking to that person you get a solution? Has this ever happened with you just by talking? It can be virtually or it can be physically. What is this technique called? It's just to think about listening. You know why? Why that person didn't said anything and you got the solution? Because you were searching for like a person who listens to you. Because by yourself normally you cannot talk. Okay, this is a thing, this is a thing, this is a thing. Have you got it right or wrong? Or is this wrong or right? No. But just by talking, just by just getting that, yes, this is right, yes, this is wrong, no, this is wrong. You got the point. You understood everything. This is why everybody say that you know the solution, but you're not finding it. And even you're not having that person who listens to you. And after that point, you get the point. How great person he is. Whenever I call him, he just gives me the solution. How great he is. And how great listener he is. Such an amazing person, just by 2-3 lines he gave me the solution. You start having that image of him. Why? Because he's a active listener. And you have to be that person here. You have to be that active listener. Why? Because it's the thing which makes you different from others. And you must heard this thing or you observe this thing that in a room, in a boardroom, there's a person who says every time solid thing. He's every time the last one to speak or second last one to speak. Why? Because at that point he's listening to everybody, observing and getting that. Why he's saying that thing? What's the reason? He's just understanding those whole things, listening, observing, not reacting much. Hey, it's wrong. Have you noticed that thing? So you have to be the active listener, good listener. That will, and even afterwards, when he gets the point of everybody, he also say like Vishal said this, like Deepak said this thing, like Abhishek that thing. It's working. It's like this. These all companies are applying. He also says like it because he's listening very actively, and which is the thing you have to get to note. And second thing is empathy skill. What is empathy skill? Empathy skill is kind of emotional connection where you understand and feel that what other people feels, what other people get to know, what other people's problem is, and that kind of emotional connection you have. You must have heard that nowadays there are so many online teachers, teachers who are teaching on the YouTube, and they are also having their special institutes. They're so famous. You must have noticed like Cancer is there, who's literally so famous. Why? Because he has a way of telling those things, first of all. And second thing is that they are connected. They are understanding what students are not able to understand. They're going to depth. How it can be in those all things. But these all things. They are answering what, how and what. How this can be and everything they are answering. There are so many kind of teachers who are teaching in Europe on those all. And they're why they're famous? Just because of those two things. That emotional connection, they're understanding what the student wants, what the need is of them, and what they're not able to understand. And even in between, they are also telling that what are the distractions which will come between you whenever you are just going on the path of your dream, your career. What are the distractions? It can be a mobile, it can be those all girlfriend, boyfriend thing. They're telling. Why? Because it's important, it's extra. Everybody don't talk about it much, and they are talking, and which is what it makes them different. Stand out. And standing out is a great skill which actually makes you, first of all, famous, great, high authority, and high paid. And even the thing which actually he gives in free, if he gives that thing in a lakhs, people will buy it. Why? Value is there, trust is there, the content is powerful. This is what is the thing. The kind of emotional connection you build when you understand the need of that person. Need. You must have seen lots of children doctors that they are talking very sweetly. Hey, this is how, and that way they just insert that injection, and afterwards they give some kind of chocolate, which actually make, and even they give some kind of lesson that hey, you should not eat junk food, or what is good touch or what is bad touch. They teach them, and which is actually make them different from others, which is actually make them emotionally connected. Because what children like sweetness, when people love them, this is what children like. This is what. And this is what builds emotional connection. And if you're a doctor, you can do that same thing. If you're You can understand what that person must be going through. You can understand. Doesn't matter you're a child doctor. If you are like a normal patient doctor, you can understand that what can be the reason. You can, yeah, if that person is old, what can be the reason? You can ask him every bit thing with a nice smile, and you can give that person the courage. You can do it. Nothing, no big deal. Don't be that much chill also. You can give extra advices. Do meditation, do this. You can do those things. That's what make you different. And if I tell you one great thing which actually makes you different, stand out, is, my dad actually went to one hotel more than even 10 years before. And there he find one that exercise kind of book, not much, like there was 2 pages that it is a book, it is like it. Open that exercise book and you will see a man who is doing like simple exercise, or like neck rotating and doing this all exercise, or like these all. It was like it's very simple, and my dad was like, "Wow, such a great!" And he just find it very like interesting. And till now, whenever he goes, he just carries that, and the love he have towards that hotel, the image he have that towards that hotel is incredible. Why I'm saying this? Just your so small things creates a literally big impact. Power of good body comes here still. Yes, that's what you have to understand. Not like everybody is saying much, I also say much. Everybody is doing this thing, I will also say this thing. And even when you do this or this thing, you build trust, you build lots of love. And that love becomes so hard to break. Nobody can break that. Doesn't matter what difficulty comes, and at that point, people will support you because of those small things and your kind gestures. Like the live example is Tata. A great person. This is the reason which actually makes you stand out, doing different. Emotional connection. It builds. You know one thing, that if you give a kind of big expensive gift, if you're to your husband or wife or anybody, or father or mother, chocolate, gold chain, clothes, nobody will be like, oh wow, much wow, or that person will not remember for long. But if you give, write anything on the paper with your emotions, that person will keep it. Why? Because it builds emotional connection. That's why you must have seen that in a lot of boardroom meetings, not also boardroom, but in a seminar where public speaker is saying something and audience is crying anytime being so inspired to do something, and they're doing lots of changing in their life, and slowly they're being confident. Before they were not confident, now they're confident. There's something in words. There is something powerful. There is something. There is something. Have you catched that thing? Guys, it's just all about that emotional connection, understanding the need of someone else, and which actually makes you stand out, becoming different. Not actually offending anybody. And you have also seen lots of policemen who are there on the road, and who is also encouraging students, those who are going that, hey, nice job, you are wearing your helmets, and those are all things you're using at the right time, those are indicators and all. And even policeman is teaching them that if you will not use your helmet, what will happen, and those all things. And if a guy is coming who's not wearing helmet, they are teaching them you should wear, encouraging that person. Not like, hey, fine. This thing is important. Teaching that actually makes you stand out, and which will actually make your image such a powerful. The small efforts of yours. People will be like, oh, how great person. Great person, he teaches me, he inspired me. He just complimented me. Small things. Just remember when someone just said to you that, oh, you're looking cute, you're just looking nice. You're looking that great. This dress is looking just beautiful on you. How you felt? You felt such a nice. You just felt such a great feeling that you had. And imagine, and has that ever happened with you at the early morning? Someone said to you, "Oh, you are looking beautiful," and your whole day go like, "Oh, nice." So compliment people. You're making someone's day. Imagine that thing. It is actually making you stand out.